You're now tuned into pSyk's weekly Nerf dosage.
Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome to episode 128 of PWND. This episode is about the knockoff Modulus. I know the title reads otherwise, but honestly, there's nothing wrong with the title. It is a USB powered Modulus. Now, before I start, I want to just give a shout out to Winston Wong. If you guys wonder why I'm giving him a shout out, it's because Winston Wong is the guy that actually provided me with this. This is the knockoff Modulus. It's kind of known as the Blaster. I don't even know if you guys can actually see it in frame because it's such a huge box, but it says Blaster Flame War Soul. It's actually pretty cool, honestly. And yes, it says USB battery portable. It says pourable, not portable. Pourable USB. Pourable USB. But it's really cheap. It's a knockoff of the Nerf Modulus, as you guys can see, but it has its own design, I guess, and style based off the Modulus. In fact, now you guys can see everything here. Now on the box, it actually shows that there are a little bit of green accents here, but on the Blaster itself, there are none, and I personally prefer that there are none because I like this light grey, dark grey, and white with orange scheme, and I think it's really cool. So Winston actually gave me this for review, and this has been way overdue, so sorry Winston, but thank you so much. If you guys are interested in getting one of these, go ahead and hit him up because he has the contacts to be able to get it, and I'm pretty sure that if you are living overseas, he would be able to work something out for you. But these are actually going at 35 Sing dollars, which is absolutely a steal. Alright, so I'm gonna skip the unboxing part and I'm just gonna introduce to you guys what comes with this whole kit, or this whole box in fact, okay? Here we go. Alright, I'm gonna have to hold it this way because it's kind of flimsy, but well, you can see right off the bat a number of stuff. They have a 6-dart clip, the 10-dart clip, and it's a new Banana Mag style clip. I think it's really cool. The main blaster itself, scope on top, stock attachment, 3 packs of darts. These two actually have standard like flat tip darts, and then the last pack of darts is the nipple style tips. Hopefully you guys can actually see. Charger over here, which is a USB thing, a muzzle attachment. I'm gonna assume that there are batteries included in this blaster. This is all you get for $35, a complete steal. Now, last but not least, this is an instruction manual that it comes with as well, and it actually kind of shows you what the other products actually have lined up in store in the future, and you can actually see that they do have quite a lot of stuff that is very close to what the Modulus actually has, like for example the shield, the front grip, and the hidden blaster stock, which I already have on the Modulus. It's got a pretty cool looking long barrel, you know, stuff like that, and I thought it's really cool. It has a phone holder. Wow, they actually list out all of the things that they actually are gonna sell. They got very cute names because I think it's all like translated directly from Chinese. Secret mission, charge the task, battlefield the task, sniper task. So I think it's really cool. They give you different options, and I think the coolest looking barrel would be this one. It's a bit like, I don't know, it's a bit squared off. You guys can actually see. This is the main blaster. And the cool thing about the main blaster that I did not mention earlier is that this carrying handle is completely detachable. Let me just get the right orientation to show you guys. So it backwards. There you go. It's completely detachable. It's really cool. It actually has 2 slots here and here, so you kind of clip it into place, and I think that that's pretty darn awesome. It's like something that I would have wanted done a long time ago by Hasbro, but I guess they did it instead. So you have a jam door, as you can see. It has a rail on the side, a rail on this side as well. You got a flip-up side that actually sits very nicely in this groove over here, and you can actually flip it to the front if I don't know why you'd want that. And on the bottom you have a really tiny rail, but you also have the battery slot, or the battery housing, and it's being held in by a screw over here. So I'm just gonna remove this screw and show you guys what the battery housing looks like on the inside. There we go. Just comes right off, and you can see that there's a battery inside. It's a NiCad battery, and it's rated at 700 mAh or milliamperes, and it's rated at 4.8 volts. And this thing is connected by, I believe, what is known as a JST plug, and yes, it works. Look. So this is amazing because you actually have this plug over here, which is pretty simple to remove. You just have to squeeze a clip or latch and then grab this guy, which is the USB port. So it just clips into place exactly like that, and then plug it into a USB socket and charge this guy up. This is just absolutely awesome. This alone is just so much win for a blaster to be able to be charged by USB. It also means that you actually are able to charge on the go if you have a portable charger or power bank. Alright, so let's talk about some of the attachments, shall we? This is the muzzle attachment, which is the barrel attachment. It's the same thing, muzzle barrel attachment, but you can see that it has grooves like this, very much akin to what Nerf has on their stuff. And I will give you guys a comparison later, so don't worry about it. But it slips on the front, as you can see, has the right slots and doesn't seem to click in place, as you can not hear. So it's not really friction fit as well. It's not okay. It's snug, but it's not like tight. And then we have the stock attachment, which is right here. And this looks like the same as what Nerf has as well. So Nerf standards probably is gonna work. Okay, that just sits into place. And is it wobbly? Well, it has a little bit of wobble. I think it's because of this piece over here. But if I am not wrong, this stock mimics the same stock as what the Modulus has. So this actually holds a clip, if I am not wrong. Yep, I'm right. There we go. So this holds a clip. Yep, that's how you... It's pretty tight, as you guys can see. You really need to kind of force it in there, but it really holds the clip tight, so you know it's not going to drop. And then we have the scope, which I'm going to just randomly attach, and it looks like you have to attach it from the front. There we go. So this is the scope or the sight. Oh wow, it works. It's a bluish light. Check it out, guys. It's a blue light. Very, very interesting. Never expected that. Here you go. It's turned on by a push button, so right here, just a click on, click off. Well, there's a slot right through all the way, and it lines up perfectly. If in case you guys want to just kind of sight everything down, yeah, it's not so bad actually. This thing is kind of cool. Now I'm gonna try this. Just remove this handle attachment over here and put the scope on here this way and see if... Oh wow. Okay, well, that doesn't seem to be working very well. It's either you have it loose here or you don't even attach it unless you find that sweet spot. I'm not gonna bother to try. So I'm gonna go this way instead, and let's see if I can attach the scope on the back. No, it's not wanting to sit. Okay, unless you find the sweet spot. But this doesn't make sense, so yeah, pretty cool, eh? Alright, I'm gonna give you guys a firing demonstration. Got 10 of these darts, and I'm using the nipple tip darts inside this banana mag. It says made in China, but I actually like the curve over here. It's pretty cool. And let's go ahead and fire it off. Let's see if there are any more switches on this thing. There are none. I don't see any other switches besides the standard rev trigger, firing trigger, which cannot be depressed unless you have the rev trigger down. And this over here is the mag release. It's a bit strange because it's kind of high up, so you can't really push forward. You gotta kind of press it upwards. Yep, jam door. Wonder if there's a safety on the jam door. Doesn't really feel like it, but let's try anyway. Let's rev it up. Yep, jam door has no safety switch over here. Check out the inside. Let's fire one dart off for fun. Okay, whoa, trigger pull is kind of hefty. It's not as smooth as I remember other Nerf blasters to be. I guess that's because, you know, mold and differences. Maybe quality constraints or quality checks in China. I don't know. So there are 9 darts left in here. I'm just gonna fire all off in the corner. So 9 are out. And the trigger kind of gives you a little bit of a, I don't know, like a little clicking sensation more than anything. You know how in the case of like Stripes and the Raven, you actually kind of feel the spring resistance all the way throughout. This feels like a click. So it requires a little bit more strength in the initial pull, but after that it just kind of snaps into place, which is not bad. I'd like to say that I do not own a Nerf Modulus, but I do have this Modulus Recon Mark II. And I've got the attachments from the Recon Mark II as well, which is the barrel and the stock. And I'm going to try and fit on stuff from this guy onto this guy and vice versa. And let's see how it goes. So now I'm going to test out the muzzle piece or the barrel attachment from the Modulus Recon Mark II. And it fits. I know you guys can't really see from this camera and the lighting. The whites might look good on camera, I don't know. But in real life, this white is the standard white from all your elite line blaster whites, but this white reminds me more of Super Soaker's white. You know, it's a little bit like off-white, slightly off-white, a little bit like cream colored very slight tinge of cream color in it, but this is really white. Grab this stock attachment over here. Wow, stock's tight like that. Yeah, okay, it's really friction fit. And just a warning for you guys, if you guys are actually trying to force a stock in, don't hold it by this handle because it will just slip off like that. Okay, so just be careful, just a word of warning. This is what it looks like with the Recon Mark II attachments onto the Recon Mark II. And we'll start off with this barrel over here. As you can see, it fits on. Not tight, but it fits on anyway. The stock doesn't fit because this is solid over here. It only fits flywheel blasters or flywheel systems. And we're gonna try on the scope. Let's see if the scope works. Yes, it works. Oh, you can even prime it. Oh, that's cool. So it's good enough for priming. The scope actually sits on very nicely. Just for fun, I tried to put the attachments onto an Elite long shot, and you can see that this sits nicely. There's a little bit of a, I don't know, like a friction fit right at the end, and I like that because now this thing's pretty sturdy, honestly. But this guy over here, I'm not able to push him all the way to the front. It's like, oh, it's mad friction. I'm gonna have to try and get him out this way, which essentially is scratching my blaster shell, which is kind of disgusting. Man, I regret trying that out, but oh well. There goes my Elite long shot shell. Oh well, never mind. But just so you guys know that, yeah, it's not like, I guess it's supposed to be compatible, but just that I think the differences in the molding makes it a bit, I guess, tighter on some and not on others. Just a random remark though, I just noticed the differences in all the muzzle attachments so far. This is a knockoff muzzle attachment based off the Recon or Retaliator attachment. So this old style one actually has a little spring over here. This is to kind of lock into place in certain blasters that actually have a little nub at that spot. This knockoff one from China, from the blaster or whatever this blaster is called, the knockoff Modulus, has nothing to kind of lock it into place. But this Modulus Recon Mark II one actually has a little nub on the side over here that kind of clicks into place when it grips onto the groove of your blaster, and I think that's actually pretty cool. I don't know how long these will last because, you know, those clips might wear out over time, but this is still one of the best, except that you have a problem. You always need to have the little nub over here with the spring, and then you have to have a little slot in your blaster to kind of have it hooked on. This knockoff Modulus actually has that little nub over here where it's supposed to line up. So just gonna attach this for you guys to see. I don't know if I can. Oh yes, right there. So you can actually hear it. That's a click. Yeah. Okay. I almost forgot to show you guys the clip compatibility of the knockoff clip in a Nerf blaster. Not really good. It doesn't hook on the place as well, but we'll try and fire it off anyway. You guys can actually see it lines up pretty nicely. Right, let's just go ahead and I can't even chamber it. Okay, I can now. Whoa. Alright, that's not so bad. I guess I have to make sure that this thing goes up all the time. Oh, okay, I have to hammer it in place. So now I guess that works now. Oh wow, it works. Cool. So I guess you have to hammer this guy in like that so that it doesn't drop out like just now. All I did was just kind of put it into place like that. It doesn't work. You gotta hammer it in. Now it's like, well, it works fine. So let's just, for safety measure, try it out on a long shot. Here I have my brass breech long shot with the lipless 3D printed brass breech piece. So we're gonna try it out. Looks good so far. I got 2 darts in it. So let's see. Everything looks to be lining up fine. It's primed back. It's not dropping out. Let me try and remove this clip. Yep, it's fine if I were to operate it like normal. Chamber it. Oh, it works great. Look, next one chambering. No problem. So, so this is, I guess, a really good clip. It looks badass, honestly. Look at that. Look, it really has a nice curve to it. It's really one of the most curved banana mags I've seen so far, and I like it a lot. There you have it. This was my review of the knockoff blaster from China. I'm gonna call it the Field Arms Fighter because that's what it's called on the box. Besides the word blaster, obviously. But this is what it is. Is it good? It's not bad. It's really value for money. Performance-wise, it's a standard flywheel blaster, but it does not get elite blaster ranges. Let me just put it out for everyone to know. It does not get elite ranges. It gets standard yellow end strike flywheel ranges, but of course with all the mods that we actually have nowadays, changing the motors, changing the wires, changing your flywheels, upgrading your batteries, you're gonna get hella performance if you were to overhaul this guy. If you're on a budget and you cannot afford, say, a Strive for example, go ahead and get one of these. For $35 you get everything. This value for money tops even the Modulus line. Here I have a worker 15 dart banana mag, and it goes in and sits in fine with absolutely no problem whatsoever. Here I have a standard 6 dart clip from Nerf, and it goes in fine with no problems whatsoever at all as well. Here I have an 18 dart stick mag. It goes in completely fine with no problems whatsoever as well, as you guys can see. So that's really good. I'm very happy, and sorry, this was actually the Stefan modded one, but it serves its purpose anyway. Just to show you guys again, no problem whatsoever until you squeeze this mag release lever or button and remove it. So compatibility wise, very good. Value for money, very good. Performance, subpar compared to today's standards, but all in all, a very sweet kit. Even if you spend $35 just to get the attachments and this clip over here, it's still worth the money. And I'm talking about Singapore dollars, so you guys go do the conversion yourselves. Once again, big shout out to Winston. Thank you for this. And if you guys are interested in getting yourself one of these, go ahead, check my video description below where I will put a link to his Facebook profile page and you guys can hit him up. Yeah, I really dig this guy. This is actually pretty cool. We've come to the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for sticking all the way throughout. I just wanted to make this review because I owe it to Winston for the longest time. It's been a long overdue video, so I'm glad I'm able to just sit down and get it out and do it for you guys. Really interesting stuff. USB charged batteries, something that I wouldn't think of, in terms of nerfing and flywheels, but it's really cool. Very nice attachments, very good overall look, and I like this blaster. Honestly, even though it's from China, it's a very sweet looking shell. I probably will consider, just giving it an overhaul. I hope you liked last week's episode where I actually showed and shared with you guys about the FPS cheats. Stay tuned for more of that kind of stuff in the future. I do have one upcoming one where I'm going to prove to you guys that rifled muzzles actually work, or rifling for Nerf actually works. And it does help. In my opinion, it does help. But I know that in the States, a lot of people don't believe in it. Or maybe it was Australia, I don't remember. So I'm going to just do it and share it with you guys. Alright? I also have a few more reviews or review videos coming up. I have modification videos coming up. Just so much to do, so little time. And just an update for all the Singaporean viewers. We have Elite Long Shots in stock now. We actually have the Busby Sentinel and the Busby Brute, which is known as the Auto Tech and the something Tech, I don't know, but yeah, it's really good blasters. Very wonderful compatibility with Nerf equipment as well. So go ahead, check out Toys R Us if you guys are interested. I'm not being paid by Toys R Us and I'm not being sponsored by them. Also, the Luminate is out and I got myself one Luminate and it's an awesome blaster. Yes, I'm not going to do a review for you guys, but yes, it is an awesome stock performing blaster. It's a 3-shot. I'll just not talk about it. If you guys like this video, I hope you guys give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I hope you guys consider subscribing because I make videos every week. Also, on my other channel, The Average Singaporean, I actually have a new video up. I actually finally had the time to sit down and just edit that video. And hope you guys check it out. Alright, if you're interested, I'll put a annotation over here to link to that. And I guess I'm gonna be a little bit thick-skinned and I'm gonna ask you guys for a little bit of help. Please subscribe to that channel because I need a minimum of 100 subscribers before I can actually have a custom URL. And right now it's just a jumbled up bunch of alphabets and numbers for my username. I just want to be able to get a custom URL, so I hope that you guys are able to help me out. I need a minimum of 100 subscribers on that channel before I actually can go ahead and request for a custom URL. Thank you if you're gonna do it, and it's okay if you don't. It's not an obligation. Alright, so I guess that's about it. Till the next episode, guys. Jules pay the bills and teamwork makes the dream work. Peace!